Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is try and get the hole in the peg facing up in the same direction as the string we want to go in, and then we're going to feed the string, if I can do that, feed the string through the hole. We pull it all the way through. Now what's really important now is that we leave some slack. Now I'm guessing it's about that much on this string. You can't leave that much on the thicker string because the thicker string won't have as many winds before it kind of uses up the whole space there. So I don't know how much that is, 3 inches something? Okay, and then we're going to pull that in now so the string's nice and loose on the other side. Now I'm just going to hold the string there. Now I'm going to start tuning the peg on a stratocaster guitar. I'm tuning it anti-clockwise. I think Americans call it counterclockwise. And you can see, so the string is moving toward the camera now. And I'm going to keep turning that. Now, as it turns around, I'm keeping tension with this hand, keeping hold of the string nice and tight, otherwise it just kind of moves around a bit too much. Now, what's really important here is that the slack of the string goes underneath. So you can see here now that here's the slack of the string. I'm just going to pull it through, and that's underneath the part of the string that's going down the neck. Yes, it's under it. And this is important. I'll show you why in just a sec. So then I just keep turning, and I'm going to get my little fancy string winder thing here at this point. So I'll just put that on, give it a quick whiz around. Now, as it comes back over, I now want the slack, the spare part of the string, to go over the rest of the string. Yeah, so the slack is going over. Before it went under, now it's going over. It's really important that that happens, and you'll see why on the next revolution. Okay, so if you can see closely in there, I mean this is pretty, you just have to be pretty close, Jed, if you're going to see this. But the string now, the slack of the string is trapped between the first winding we did, which is on the top, and all of the subsequent windings which are underneath. So the tighter the string gets, they kind of lock together and help lock the string in place there. So that's generally, I found this to be the most effective method. There are a couple of others, but I think this is the best one for me, and this is how I like my techs to do it if they're changing my strings. So now I've just got the inevitable wind coming on here. So that's kind of about it. Okay, while it's still a bit slack, make sure you tuck it under the tree if you've got one. And you can, I don't know if you can see from there or not, but you can see it's just literally one wind over the tight bit of the string and all the rest underneath, really nicely ordered. Try and make sure that every winding kind of sits next to each other and they don't go over the top. There's a lot of pressure on a guitar string, and if they go over the top, they're a lot more likely to break. So you might want to check that out. Okay, now I'm going to cut the string, leaving about 1 centimetre, maybe a bit less. I would normally wind that slack bit of string up as well. I'm just saving a little bit of time on your lesson here. So it's now connected, so I think we'll go back out to a wide, please, Jed. Okay, so now you're connected at the tuning peg and you've got it sort of sussed out at the bridge. Now the next stage is to get your guitar string in tune. Now I use this big thing, a Peterson strobe tuner. They're really, really good and really accurate, but they're also quite expensive. So if you're just learning guitar, you probably don't want one. But if you've got money to burn and you're a beginner or you're a professional, I'd highly recommend them. They're really, really good, very accurate. So now I'm just going to tune that string up. Helps if you turn the volume up on your guitar before you start that trick. Just take it nice and slow, get it in tune. Okay, so it's now in tune. Now the thing that's really important that a lot of people miss out on is the stretching in. Now, if you're about to do a gig or you need your guitar to perform properly, it's very important that you stretch in. If you're just playing at home, it's not quite so important, but expect to have to tune the string a few times first. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold the string with my left hand somewhere around the nut, you know, the first couple of frets. I'm going to use my elbow to touch the string here, and then I'm going to grab the string up and I'm going to pull it quite hard. Now it's not as hard as I can, because I have figured out that if I pull as hard as I can snap the strings off, even a good string. But I'm pulling it pretty firmly. I'm lifting it at least, I don't know, 2 inches off the fingerboard. It's quite far. So I'm giving it a really good wobble about there. Now, the reason for this is that it stops the string slipping if it's going to slip a little bit on all the windings, or it's going to slip at the end, like you didn't get the ball in the right place. It's going to slip through during the gig, and you don't want that. And the other thing is that I'm checking that I haven't got a bad string. Don't get bad strings very often, but it does happen. When I used another brand of strings, which I won't mention, I used to break strings all the time, stretching them in. Okay, and that's dropped a whole tone. So, which now I've got to tune back up. Okay, I'll do another separate lesson on tuning up, but make sure that you always tune up to the note and not down to it, but I'll run through that another time. I always change my strings all at once. I know a lot of people say that you shouldn't do that. I think it's fine. Yeah, rip all your strings off. I use glass cleaner to clean my guitar, but whatever cleaner you sort of use, make sure you use a little bit on the back of the guitar first to make sure it's not going to screw your paint job up, because you don't want to spoil your guitar for the sake of cleaning it. So I take all the strings off. Just don't leave it, like take all the strings off and leave it overnight, otherwise the truss rod might readjust itself, the neck will kind of change its position a bit. So take them off, give it a quick clean, put your strings back on and you'll be fine. If you've got a Floyd Rose system, good luck. Otherwise, I hope I've sorted your I don't know how to change strings question, and I'll see you for another lesson sometime soon. Take care.